Hey, Drew from Gamechurch here with Darren Korb of Supergiant Games. They've made great games like Bastion and Transistor, and now their new game is Pyre. And Darren is the audio engineer for Pyre. So yeah, tell me a little bit about what Pyre is, what makes it unique.
Yeah, so Pyre is a party-based RPG, and you lead a band of exiles through kind of a mystical purgatory and compete in a series of ancient rituals to try to earn back your freedom. And that's sort of the short pitch.
Yeah. When I was playing yesterday, it almost felt like the demo that I saw anyways, almost feels like you're playing a sport inside this ritual environment. Where did you guys get that idea to kind of almost include like sport elements into the game?
Well, something that was really compelling to us was about sports in particular is the sort of alternate consequence for failure to like most video games, where if you fail, you die and you do it again and you just kind of start over, try again. What was compelling to us was that you have to continue to sort of deal with the consequences of a loss, and that creates drama going forward. With, you know, maybe you have a team that becomes your rival and you have a rivalry going with them, and the next time you face them you want to beat them even more badly because because they defeated you before. So that was really interesting to us, the kind of structure of a sport that allows for like a different failure state.
Yeah. So if you lose a battle or whatever, the narrative progresses on and you deal with those consequences and you get to keep pressing on. But it's How does that work?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the game changes a little bit based on, depending on whether you win or lose, and the teams that you face will remember what happened the last time that you faced them, and that'll create some drama the next time that you face them, and so on.
Cool. So you're the audio engineer, and all of Supergiant's games kind of have, I think, a unique aesthetic, both in terms of their look, but also in terms of the sound. Like Bastion was famous in part because of the way the narrator worked. So what are you guys doing that's different with the sound of Pyre?
Yes, yeah. So we're trying a lot of stuff. I'm doing a lot of new kind of stuff with STEM-based music, like even more than I have in the past. On Transistor, I tried a little bit of that, and we're leaning on that pretty hard now. And it's been really cool to be able to sort of adapt the music to the game state really specifically, and have the player kind of control the experience of the music they're hearing, and that's been really a lot of fun. And also we have a sort of a narrator this time that acts almost like a play-by-play announcer a little bit more, in that he sort of presides over the rituals. And so that's been fun to have Logan again do that. Logan Cunningham, our same voice actor who's been sort of the main voice in both the other games. And then also we have a new kind of made-up language that all the other characters speak, which is fun. And that's a new thing. We have a lot more characters in this game, and they're all voiced. All the main ones have some sort of voice. But it is in a kind of made-up language.
Well, really enjoyed seeing Pyre, and just have a couple more questions. If you had to narrow it down to one thing that you hope players gain from their experience with Pyre, what would it be?
That's a tough one. My sort of main goal with all the games we do is just to achieve a really sort of fully immersive experience with a very well-realized tone, and it really allows players to really just be able to soak in the tone of the game. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, get a sense of place and yeah.
And that's sort of my goal with everything that I do personally, is to just sort of reinforce the tone of the art, the writing, the story, and to just really kind of help kind of nestle the player in all that stuff, and really allow them to sink into it.
Cool. All right, one last question, kind of a more personal question that we like to ask developers, and that is, why do you make games?
I mean, I have loved games my whole life, and it really allows me, the way in which we make games at least, really allows me to just sort of do anything that inspires me creatively, and that's a really fantastic way to be able to work.
Awesome. Well, this is Darren Korb with Supergiant Games working on Pyre, and that's it for us here at PAX West.